Well, hello. This is my first video. Would love to hear from you guys if anybody's out there. I'll give you guys a minute to come on. If you want to talk about what happened to my hair, we can do that too. Let's see here. Not sure if I am doing this correctly. So, friends. Yeah. Let's see. If you guys a chance to get on. Maybe I should start inviting you guys. Yes. Okay, so let me invite. Sorry about that. I got a call that kind of interrupted this. Anyways, if anybody's there, hello. Would love to hear from you all. I was going to use a mask, see if it'll let me do it. Hi. How are you? Rachel. This is my first broadcast, so really new at this. Just see if anybody else comes on, but I wanted to just talk for the first time. A little embarrassed. As you can see, I have no hair. So not sure if you're also suffering from this PTSD and were sexually molested or knew anybody that was. I was as a child, and just recently in the last couple of years have been dealing with this and suffering, and was having a lot of stress and just kind of was feeling love to rub on it, was feeling a little I don't know, frustrated, and I don't know, I saw a girl online who was losing a lot of hair due to the stress, and I felt like I was doing the same, and kind of in solidarity and with everything I was going through, I decided to shave it off and like start fresh, start new. And I don't know, had a perm, had some things, and anyways, I shaved it all off. I don't know, you can see I have no hair, but hopefully it'll grow out soon and I'll have a pixie cut, but look fresh and new, start, I don't know, just something that I felt I wanted to do. Anyways, Rachel, you have anything you want to talk about in particular, or anything going on in your life that you would like to discuss or like me to discuss? That'd be awesome. Love to hear your feedback. Or if anybody else is out there, love to hear from you. Like I said, I'm really new at this. This is my first video. As you see, I have the new AirPods, Apple AirPods. Love them. Ever since I got them, I don't take them out of my ears. I wear one or the other or both, like right now. Anyways, would love to hear some feedback, and Rachel, anything? Would love for someone to join us. I guess better than I expected, one person on for the first time I've ever done this video thing. Yeah, I do a lot of shopping. I love to go to the dollar store. Let's see, I have a brother that had a girlfriend that her hair out. I forgot what. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I have a thing with like scratching it here. Like I constantly am like just going like this, and I don't know what it is either. I probably am going to talk to my doctor about this. She doesn't know that I did this. I did this like in January. It was kind of like new year, new look, new start. I don't know. I constantly am like scratching at my head right here, and I've kind of done something to myself, but yeah, kind of was one of those things. That's why I wanted to shave it off and make sure that went to the doctor and made sure I wasn't ripping anything out. I've like caused myself like sores right here, but doctor said it wasn't anything. It's just me scratching at it. Didn't give me a name of a condition, but would love to know if it is a condition. Probably from my anxiety, my stress. Anyways, I don't know if you got to read what happened to me yesterday at Fred Meyer. I went out for the second time by myself to go grocery shopping just to get a few things, and the manager walked by me, and I was looking down at my phone at the app, the Fred Meyer app, and was looking for, what was it? My husband wanted some Red Bulls, and I was looking to see if they had, the coupons that you can download to their to your card and then get a discount. And he startled me, and just looked at him, and I looked back down at what I was doing, and he said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Oh no, I'm fine." He said, "Well, you look really serious. You look like you're up to something." And I said, "No," and it made me feel really uncomfortable. He was like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 feet away from me, and he was pretending to like straighten stuff and just kept looking at me and looking at me. So at that point I was kind of feeling a little anxious, a little like, why are you staring at me? What am I doing wrong? So I finished that aisle and started walking around and getting other stuff. And this older man didn't seem like he was himself, kind of I don't know, I don't want to say crazy. I mean, he was off. And he comes up to me and says, "Oh, have you been to the casino lately?" And I was like, kind of like, "Do I know you?" He looked at me kind of like he did know me. And anyways, he just got like close, like if you're looking at me like this close to me, and I was just like, felt cornered. On one side of me was a like a display, and then on the other side was my cart, and then he was in front of me, and his cart was to my left. And he just kept telling me like, that it's like a plot, and they gives you cancer, and that's the way to kill you and take your money, and all this weird stuff. And I was just kind of like, wow, like I have a hard time with men, being from the past things that have happened to me. And for this man to get so close was just, I was already feeling uncomfortable from the way that the manager talked to me. So I just got really bad anxiety and kind of panicked. And so he finally walked away. I don't know, something triggered, and I was like disassociated, because the next thing you know, I'm in the middle of the aisle, and I'm just like wiping sweat off my head, like just completely soaking wet. And I was like having trouble breathing and not feeling all that great. And so I don't know, I just kept trying to like go to an aisle like the opposite way of what the man was going. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Kind of talking about my situation that happened yesterday at Fred Meyer. Not sure if you read about it or... anyways. So I'm in the middle of the aisle kind of panicking and trying to walk the opposite way of what this older man that had talked to me was going. And every time I'd go up an aisle, it seemed like he was at the end of the aisle. And I think it was just a coincidence. But in my mind, because I was in such a panic, you know, and the trauma and everything, I got scared, and so I found this young lady that was working. She was like organizing an end cap with coffee, and I just started talking to her, and I told her I was a little upset. I was having, you know, some panic, and I just kind of told her about the older man, nothing about the manager or anything. And so I just told her I didn't feel comfortable, and I was asking her if there was if someone could walk me outside the store, you know, if they had security in there. So when I went to take my groceries out, that I wouldn't be alone, because I was kind of freaked out about that man. And sorry if I'm moving too much here. And so she says, well, would it help you if someone shopped with you? I'm all, that would be awesome if it was possible. And she goes, hold on just a minute. She walked in the back, and from that point, there was a guy, and I don't know if he was LP, and maybe because of my reaction, the way I was acting, he was like following me, or if it just happened to be some weird guy in the store. He didn't look like it was weird. He just made me feel uncomfortable. He would walk like 5 feet in front of me on his phone, and he wasn't even shopping, and he would be on his phone, and he'd be just looking at me, like staring. And then when I'd look at him, and I was just like breathing heavy and trying to just like calm myself down, he would walk behind me. So then I would turn around and look at him, and he'd be on his phone. And it was like his conversation wasn't even like, you know, like something serious or like about shopping. It was just like, you know, when you walk up to somebody and they are like talking about you, and then you kind of try to change the subject and say something that just random. And it seemed like his conversations were so random, they didn't make sense. Not that I was paying attention to the whole conversation, but you could tell that it was just kind of a weird comments. But anyways, so he was there until the girl came back. And then finally when she started walking around with me, I don't know where he went. He just disappeared out of nowhere. But I couldn't even think at that point. I grabbed like fruit, and once I grabbed the fruit, I was just like, oh, well, that's all I have to get. Because obviously I was so worked up that I couldn't think of what else to get. So I just, you know, finished up. She walked to the register with me. I paid for everything. We walked out, and she helped me put everything back. She was really sweet. And yeah, so that's that. So anyways, so... Sorry, I was slow at reading. Oh my god, that was... Okay, yeah. The PTSD's a combination of things. Yes, I was molested when I was younger. And I had a few other traumatic things. I had a guy broke into my house when I was when my kids were younger. They're now 21 and 23, and they were probably about 2 and 4. And he came in the house, and he was literally walking through the house, and I didn't know. And I thought my daughter had woke up, and I, you know, said, hey, what are you doing? If you're going to the bathroom, make sure you flush the toilet or something. I said it, and the toilet flushed, and I was like, okay, I went back to sleep. Then I thought, wait a minute. My kids don't usually flush the toilet, you know, even if I tell them, they don't do that. It was really weird. So I jumped up, kind of panicked, walked into my bedroom, and my daughter was there, and the guy came, like, he took off his shirt and he had it in his hand. He was going for my face, and my daughter goes, "Mommy, there's a monster in your room." And he, like, looked at me, and I was already on the phone with the police because I just had this feeling, I don't know. So yeah, he ran out, grabbed my purse on the way out, and obviously got everything. And it was pretty traumatic in that sense. I mean, that was one of the other things. Another thing is, like, when my kids were older, we were at Walmart. I used to live in California, and this guy grabbed her from behind when she was little. And then another time at the same Walmart, my husband and I were shopping, and we both went into the bathroom, and while I was in the women's bathroom, this man came in and tried to get in my stall. And when I heard the men's bathroom open and my husband walk out, like, I could tell, because the doors were really close to each other, I could tell that the door, like, squealed open. I ran out, and I told my husband, "There's a man in the bathroom." And he goes, "Oh no, it was a woman. You just thought that." And I'm like, "No." So we stood there, waited, and he came out. And so my husband started chasing him, and I went and got security, and the guy kept, like, turning up everywhere I was, and I had to go, like, behind a register, and I was freaked out. So men are, like, my thing. Like, I have a hard time trusting men. I mean, and it really kind of, I want to say, like, I snapped. Like, 2 years ago, I was at work, and they were, like, closing the doors, security was, and so they closed the set of doors on one side of me, like the right side, and on the left side, they stayed open until everyone was out of the store. And so these guys kind of set up, like, 2 over on one side and 2 on the other, and they were, like, trying to steal and do some stuff, and all that stuff kind of, like, freaked me out. And I feel like I snapped at that moment. I don't remember what happened. I was just panicked. Yeah, I see you can't trust men either. It's hard, I know. I mean, it sucks. I mean, it's not, it wasn't always that I was like that. It was just, like I said, like, I felt like a snap. Like, it made me feel like it was in the middle of something bad going to happen, right then and there with those guys. They, like, grabbed stuff and ran out the door, and they didn't touch me. They didn't come near me. It was just that situational feeling of, like, oh my God, something bad's going to happen. And from that point on, I can't trust anybody. I freak out, I mean, I'm super friendly. Like, I go to the store and I can bump into a woman, like, Walmart or whatever with my husband, and I can just, like, talk, as you can tell. I can talk, and I can talk to him, but, some of these men don't realize, and, that women have gone through this, and they don't take that into consideration. Like last year I was over at Winco, and I was looking for a spice, and this man, like, my cart is in front of me, like, right at my belly, and I'm looking at the spices, and this man reaches across, his hand is literally this far from me, as I, see his hand go the side of me, and I look, and I went, like, he was so close to me. He didn't even think to, like, say, excuse me or anything. He just grabbed whatever he was grabbing as I was standing there, and I just gasped for air, and I thought I was going to die right there. Like, I'm having a heart attack, like, I thought this man was going to do something to me, and all he did was grab a spice and walk away. And I was like, like, what happened to excuse me? Or, why do you reach so close to somebody? As a man, I'm sitting there, a woman by myself, to do that is just like, wow, this is my bubble, like, no boundaries. Like, he didn't even respect that, and he scared me, and that didn't help. And, I was probably at my worst at that point. So yeah, that really sucked. And sorry, I talk, like, a lot right now. I just kind of nervous. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this, and I really enjoy you being on. I mean, Lisa's not saying anything, not sure if she's still with us, but Rachel, thank you so much for commenting. I'm sorry you're going through this too, but yeah. I had a bad panic attack today. Oh man, it's going to shoot me. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Wow. I mean, was it somebody that was actually there? Like, did he have a gun, or was it just something you felt, or like kind of a thought, like afraid that someone was going to do that? Because I mean, I know how that feels, like when you're at home alone or something, and you like think someone's coming, and your mind just races. So yeah, I know how that is. So tell me about it. Like, what happened? Would love to hear, what you've gone through. If you feel like talking about it, because I know that's not easy. Took me a lot to, do this here. I really wanted to open up and talk to people. Anyways, yeah. I hope this, that you're okay. I feel for you. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that today. Yeah, it sucks, but that's why I started this page, and that's why I wanted to talk, No, I'd been kidnapped, murdered, so... Oh my God. Ah, bless you. I am so sorry that you went through that. Wow. Oh my God. Woof. God bless you. Oh, wow. I'm here for you. You ever want to talk, outside of being on here, you private message me, and we could talk on the phone. That would be great to have someone to, talk to, and kind of, it'd be great. I mean, I'd love to talk to you. Oh, yeah. It's funny you say about cutting you off. I was driving up the street from my house the other day, and this guy was like up my butt, and I'm like, okay, we're right near a school. We're right about to come up to my street, and these guys just go around me, like honking the horn and like flipping me off and go around me, and I'm in a residential. It's like, seriously? What do you want me to, I'm already going 20 miles an hour, which is the speed limit, and they're like hauling butt, and I was just like, are you serious? Like, you a-hole, like, and I wanted to go off. My husband goes, I was on the phone with my husband at the time, because I was literally coming up the street, and I wanted him to come outside so I didn't have to be alone while I was getting out of the car. And I was all, those guys are gonna shoot you. I was like, you need to be careful. And I was like, oh, didn't think of that. But yeah, oh man, I am so sorry about you. Gosh, that really, I'm so glad we're here for you. I mean, so glad that I started this page to have someone to talk to. So, wow, I'm so sorry. I couldn't imagine what you're going through as far as like being, kidnapped and nearly murdered, and the fact that you got away and you're here today to talk to me is, it's hope. I'm so happy for you, and so glad you're here to talk to me today. It would be a real sad story to have, like read about you on Facebook, and I'm glad I'm talking to you, not about you. Rachel, thank you for sharing your, what happened to you, and, I'm truly sorry, and, like I said, you private message me anytime. I'll give you my number, and we could talk on the phone or FaceTime if you ever want to. So I would love to have some support and give you support in whatever way I can. God, it's making me emotional. Sorry. But trying to see. Okay. Yeah. Well, you're safe, and, this is a safe place for us. And just want to let you know, if you ever feel that anybody on here, on this page, is crossing the line or makes you feel uncomfortable or says anything that's just inappropriate, even just, it doesn't even have to be a bad word, just a feeling like you feel this person isn't in our good nature, like to help positively support us, and I miss it, please let me know. I will definitely block them. I don't appreciating like that. We're extremely sensitive. I mean, I know I am, and I'm sure you are too. And I would hate to make this not be a safe place for us to talk. So please, again, if you ever feel like someone is not being sensitive to your feelings, or, maybe you see something on their Facebook page that just seems like they're not on here to be honest and to be helpful. Maybe they're portraying someone that they're not. Please feel free to let me know. I will definitely remove them. I don't want to feel threatened in any way. In fact, everything on here, all the people on the group are women. There is one that says it's a man's name, but him and his wife. So I'm assuming that the wife is the one that's chosen to be on here. And I can't remember who it is exactly, but anyways, don't know what else to talk about. But if you have any suggestions, I'm going to try to do this every day if possible. Obviously things happen in life that we can't do it every day, but some days we'll talk about some Dollar Tree hauls. I love to do Dollar Tree. I go to Dollar Tree like almost every day, like literally almost every day. And I don't know, Rachel, do you ever feel like, do you feel like maybe you do some kind of like bad habit that is kind of not constipating, compensating for your feelings, for what you're going through? If you're still there. I guess I should share my dirty secret. I'm gonna turn my camera around so you can see. So, this is only a small area. My house does not look like this all over. This is just this one little area. I shop a lot. But other than that, everything else is pretty, well, it's clean, but my embarrassing dirty secret. Anyways, if anyone's still there or around, please say hello. I don't see any more conversation. Rachel, you still there with me? Lisa, you there? Let me see if maybe this will help. Anyways, I guess since I'm the only one typing and talking now, I'm not sure if you're still typing, Rachel, or if you have left me. So I'm going to wait just a couple, and maybe wrap this up for tonight. And today is, let's see, oh goodness, it's Tuesday. Let me go to my calendar. Trusty calendar here, because I am lost here. Let's see. Today is the Tuesday, the February 28th, and it's currently 6:39 p.m. And so it looks like there's nobody else in here. So peace out, babies. Peace out. Just know that I'm here for you. Hope you're here for me. Peace out. Peace out. Love you guys. Hope more people join next time. Leave a comment. And, yeah. Peace out. Got your back. You have mine. Bye, guys.